Good evening. This is the Barefoot Granny coming back to you from the mountains of Virginia. Tonight I want to talk to you, or really just relate a story to you. Many years ago, when I was in the workforce, like most of you are, I went to a luncheon. And for those people that know me fairly well, know I have the gift of gab, and I never, ever shut up. In fact, I've been told I talk in my sleep. God forbid what I say, but I do talk in my sleep. Well, this one particular day, I had a meeting, and it was a luncheon meeting. And I had the meeting with a bunch of other people, but there were 5 men and me. Now, some of you out there maybe think, oh my gosh, she was outnumbered. Well, the truth of the matter is, girls, I wasn't outnumbered. They were. Sorry, guys. Y'all were in trouble from the get-go. We sat down and ordered lunch after we had had our little meeting. And everything was very, very nice. And I was eating my lunch, and all of a sudden, the 5 gentlemen at the table, which they were very nice gentlemen, started to talk about their place in life and about the fact that they had such a hard road to hoe. All the men were complaining about the fact that they had so many things to do, that it was such a hard life. The business life was hard, the family life was hard, everything was so hard. And they were just complaining and complaining and complaining. And through it all, I was thinking, now wait a minute, I'm a single mom with 4 kids. And before I came to this meeting, I was trying to think of all the things I'd done and all the things I have to do when I get out of this meeting. So maybe I didn't hear everything they were saying, but I heard most everything they were saying in between taking bites of my lunch. And then all of a sudden, something was said that just kind of made me kind of perk up and think, okay guys, y'all have stepped on the wrong subject right now with the wrong granny. One of the gentlemen said, I believe that God had to be a woman. And the next gentleman sitting next to him said, oh yes, God was a woman. And I've never heard that said, but I've thought about it. And then it went around the table again and again, and about all the things that the gentleman had to do and how hard it was, and the strife, the stressful life that they had led, that God had to be a woman. All of a sudden, one of the gentlemen realized I hadn't said a word for minutes. I mean, probably 7, 8, 10 minutes or more. And he made the comment, gentlemen, Granny hasn't said a word. Well, this is one of those times where you could hear a pin drop. No, let's change that. You could hear a feather drop. All the gentlemen at the table's eyes turned to me. So, I took the last bite of my lunch, swallowed it with a little bit of tea, and just looked at them for a few seconds. And I said, well guys, I've been listening to what you all have to say. And I know y'all are all hard-working gentlemen. And I give you that. I know you're hard-working gentlemen. But when you said something about God had to be a woman, I wanted to wait until you had kind of run through the gamut of all the ifs, ands, or buts, and then I was going to tell you the answer to what you were looking for. Well, as I said earlier, it got really quiet when they realized I hadn't said anything. But when I said that, their eyes popped open and they stopped eating. And they got very, very, very quiet. When I said, gentlemen, I will tell you right here and now, God was a man. Because if God had been a woman, men would have had babies. Now, I want my dessert and I want it now. And all of a sudden, 3 of the men got the waitress, and I had the best dessert I think I've ever had. And like I've always said, eat dessert first, because life is short. That day, life wasn't short. It was fun, and I think every one of those men had indigestion by the time they got up from that table. I had a good time. Girls, we are the strongest sex. I hope you enjoyed that little tale, because that was the truth. And I'm sure if any of the men, the 5 that were sitting at that table, happen to hear this, they will remember. Probably remember everything they ate, where they sat, and everything about it, because I think I really shocked them all. In closing, I just want to say, remember what my mama said. Every day's a good day when you wake up and you're looking down at the dirt instead of up through it. Thanks for coming to visit me. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Come back. Back even stronger. We're strong. Remember, we are strong. We are invincible. Yes, I'm wise. We are strong. We are invincible. We are women. And remember that, girls. We are the stronger sex. Good night.